Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the new Let's Play. This is Freedom Force. I was umming and ahhing about exactly what to replace Planescape Torment with after finishing it. It was a game I enjoyed so thoroughly. I kind of wanted to avoid playing a game that was too similar to it. So, Freedom Force, here we are. This is a little Silver Age, a game inspired by the Silver Age of comics. It's very bright, it's very colourful, it's quite silly. It is a game I have played before in the 2000s at some point. I think it came out 2002 it came out, really? I'm surprised by that. Is it really? I thought it was 2004. And it was, it's 2002 right at the bottom. Really? Oh, I'm not paying attention. Done by the same people who did BioShock. And yet this is very light, this is very colourful, this is, it's quite combat focused, but it is from that kind of isometric position. You have a group of heroes that you're sending out and doing heroic thingies with, and heroism and heroing. And it's this bright, colourful game, very different to Planescape. It's it's more combat focused, different to Planescape. It's a game I've played before, and so I'm not judging it back to comparing it to Planescape Torment because I know what this is like, and it's a really fun game that I've wanted to Let's Play before, but my kind of recording software let me down because of, well, there's quite a few different effects that will go on due to the various abilities we'll have. Now, before we start, it's really probably quite useful if we watch the intro. This is my third attempt. I mentioned this third attempt at recording this. The first one, the sound wasn't working. And I had checked before, I think a couple of days ago, and the sound had been working, so then I had to fiddle with the options. Which meant that I'd done this introduction, and then all of a sudden, well, I've done part of the introduction, then I was like, actually, there's no sound. And the second one, I didn't show the intro, because I thought it started at the beginning of the campaign. And it's kind of useful to have the intro just to have an idea of what's going on at the beginning. Replay the illuminating introductory issue. Missions are called issues because comic book. But you don't get that when you click the new campaign, or at least I didn't. Knowing my luck, I'm going to press this, and then when we start, we'll get it. But let's watch the introduction.
Since man first walked upright, he has looked to the stars and wondered, are we alone in this cold corner of space? If something is out there, would it be friend or foe? What would this Earthman think if he could see a desperate spaceship fleeing at a speed faster than imagination? What would he think if he saw the impact of potently powerful neutronic missiles upon its fragile frame? What would he make of the strange pod that ejected from the ruined remains just in time to avoid its mysterious inhabitants' destruction? And would he gape in wonder at the dozen or so strange canisters that burst from its hold and fell towards the atmosphere of our guileless globe? What emotion would pass through his mind as he observed these self-same containers as they passed through our atmosphere and fell upon the surface of an unsuspecting metropolis? So many questions and so few answers. Until now, dear viewers. Until now.
Well, there we go. There's the introduction, there's the setup. These weird canisters that glow purple have landed upon our globe. And by upon our globe, I mean New England. If you can't guess, of course, by the symbol and what our fellow here is wearing, yes, this is based in America. I won't be complaining, because this is fun and silly, and the Minuteman has a really cool hat. I can't remember all their names. He's Minuteman, Alchemist, Manbot. I can't remember his name. That's disappointing. Man o' War, there we go. Told you I'd played this before. Let's begin, shall we? And see well, no, the second issue, that was the first one. Or maybe that was just the first page of the first. Let's just start.
An old man sits on a park bench, thinking of a time shrouded in the past. His name is Frank Styles, and he was once one of the brilliant young scientists who worked on the Manhattan Project. The Manhattan Project, the secret experiment that ushered in the wonders and terrors of the atomic age. It was his work that helped secure America's position as the leader of the free world. But Frank's memories are tinged with bitterness. He was thrown off the project when he accused one of his fellow scientists of being a communist spy. And now he sits in this park, every day feeling a little older and a little more useless.
Just a minute. I recognize that man. It's O'Connor from the Manhattan Project. They never did believe me he was working for the Reds. But who's that suspicious fellow he's talking to? It looks like they're making some kind of secret exchange. I better move in closer for a better listen.
Have you got the documents?
Do you have my money?
By Lenin's ghost. Is that all you Americans think about? The almighty dollar?
Damn, I've been discovered.
Idiot! You've been followed.
Up to your old tricks, O'Connor?
Do you know this capitalist fool?
This is an itch I've been waiting to scratch for 20 years.
We must flee before we are discovered. Come on!
Bullet entered my heart, fading fast. Wait, statue of the Minuteman, glowing, as if it were calling out to me. Power surging into me. I am growing younger, body bursting with strength. Feel like I could lift 1,000 pounds. That statue must have been hit with some fantastic kind of energy, but it's fading. It must have completely transferred it into my body. I don't know what will come from all of this, but I must use these new powers to help my country fight her enemies within and without. Those Reds might have killed Frank Styles, but they're about to meet a Minuteman.
Donning a costume to protect his identity, Minuteman searches for the treacherous O'Connor.
Perhaps that double-crosser left some clues in this park to his whereabouts.
To get information about playing the game, click on the glowing signs.
So here we are, you see the statue of the Minuteman. It was glowing purple, just like those canisters from before. Maybe there's a connection. So yeah, we click on these and things will happen, and we'll get a little bit of information. In this case, if we follow them around, we'll get the tutorial, which, as I've not played this in years, it'll probably be a good idea to go for.
Objects and people who you can click on in order to get more information are marked with a red exclamation point.
Now, I don't know if I remember I can't remember if I said this in this kind of take or in my last take, but in the Steam version, when you appear here, you get your cursor gets stuck in that fist, and you can't click on anything. So you can't move, you can't interact with things, you can't punch things, or at least that happened to me, and it is a known bug with the Steam version, and I think with some other versions. This is the GOG or the GOG version, and so that works. I think if you get a physical copy, you should be alright. I think mine was alright, although I haven't tried it recently. So there may be some updates that have messed that up a bit. But the Steam one for a while actually wasn't working, which is why I got the physical copy, and then I couldn't, and then the recording wasn't brilliant. So that's just on my shelf. I think it's got a list of all the characters. I can revise all the names of them.
Follow the yellow arrows to learn more about the game. If you already know how to play, follow the red arrow.
This is taking me way back. Wait, was this the first, this is I was very bad at finishing games when I was younger, which is one of the great things about Let's Playing, it's making me finish games. This might have been the first game I actually sat down and played all the way through. That might be the case. Wow, that's so amazing.
Hit the O key to see your objectives.
I'm going to press it, I'm not going to hit it. I mean, if I hit it, there's a lot of things around it. So we gotta go and catch O'Connor, who is where the red, in the direction of the red arrow.
When you left-click on an enemy, you execute your default attack. Try it on the thug ahead.
How about you?
To victory! For Patriot City!
Oh, I've been stunned. Oh, great. Turn-based stuff, as standard. Ow.
For justice!
Ah, that was rubbish. We can't loot. Obviously, we're heroes, of course. Of course.
The status bar in the bottom right shows details on the target object. Move the pointer over the thug ahead to examine him.
That means he's weak to mind powers, to poison, and to radiation. As we are a very kind of forceful, super strong individual, we don't have any mind powers. We don't use poisons because forceful, we're not into this manipulation thing. And despite having worked on the Manhattan Project and it kind of possibly making sense, we don't have any radiation powers. We are super strong and super stars and stripesy. Get him.
For Patriot City!
Yeah, he's stunned.
For freedom!
No more! I'll squeal!
Aha.
This thug has surrendered. Left-click on him to interrogate.
So we now have a red exclamation mark over this fellow, so you can talk to him and he'll give you a bit of information.
I don't know where O'Connor is, but Louis might know. He's down on Concord Street.
To Concord! I think that stopped running in 2000.
Right-click on a target to bring up the command menu.
It's different because that Concord has an E on the end. Right. I can do things. We can strike for freedom! Or we can just smash him. Which is the basic attack, I think. Now, no chance to stun and less damage for strike for freedom. But you'll notice there's a little area of effect thing. National Guard we don't want to use, so we're just going to smash him. Standard attack.
For freedom! Batter up!
No.
For justice!
Ha! You fool! Don't use baseball against the Minuteman. America.
When using the command menu, the status bar shows details on each option available. Strike for freedom is weaker than smash, but it hits multiple enemies.
A melee attack with the Staff of Patriotism. Let's give it a go.
To victory!
Aha.
For Patriot City!
Where'd this go? Guy's panicked. Get him.
For justice!
Get him. He's running away. It's the honourable thing to do, right? Attacking a fleeing foe.
The purple bar on your portrait shows how much energy you have. Minuteman will stop attacking when he runs out of energy. You can force him to keep attacking, but this may stun him. Be careful.
It's mana, and if you push yourself too much, that may start doing damage.
Try striking this boulder to pieces. You may run out of energy while doing so.
Right. So this weighty boulder, this mass of immovable rock, is strong, so it takes less damage against cold. Freeze-thaw erosion isn't a thing in this universe, apparently. Lightning, radiation, fire. I assume that's slashing and crushing damage. I assume it's not just swords and hammers, because we don't have a hammer, but I think we've got crushing. So,
justice!
I'm doing my basic attack.
To victory!
Am I meant to use the smash strike for freedom? That's just... Why would I do that?
For freedom!
So I'm not using my energy. That was a...
For Patriot City!
Ooh, but we now have a thing. A power canister. An alien container of Energy X. But we don't know what kind of energy it is, so we're just labeling it Energy X. That's the sensible thing to do. That bears an energy bonus. So, basically this Energy X is going to give us a bonus to energy, but we didn't actually use it. What's that?
Energy X canisters can restore your energy, or give you other bonuses.
I think there's a bit more of the background in the manual, as was tradition at the time, as you had to kind of read a little bit in the manual to get an idea of what was going on. Something I do actually miss with all the digital copies we have. Although, then again, I'm not a fan of all the digital copies we have anyway. I want more physical things. Admittedly, that would probably have more issues with bookshelves, but whatever.
Check how much energy a power will use from the energy bar attached to the command menu. Be careful when it flashes.
Yeah, so... No, we'll probably learn about that later. I was about to talk about something, but I'm not entirely sure how to do it.
You can hold down the right mouse button and drag the command menu around. This makes it easier to target moving enemies. Try it now.
Yeah, so you can drag it around and lets you update it, but we're just going to beat this guy up.
makes might.
You saved me. Thank you.
All in a day's work, madam. Probably miss. Miss would have made more sense.
You can change your default left-click attack by clicking the default power button in the lower left. Set it to strike for freedom before attacking these thugs.
Now, what this will do, and why I should have told this earlier, is it means that every single time he does an attack,
For justice!
it will then default to
For Patriot City!
using that attack. So we just used it twice. So I'm going to switch back to Smash using the F keys because I noticed that you can do that. Can you pause? Yeah, you can pause. Brilliant. They're fading
Set
away.
your default attack back to smash if you want to avoid running out of energy by accident.
Yeah. So I didn't want to do that, so I've already done that. Let's beat this thing. You'll probably...
Who is that guy? Looks like trouble.
You can talk to everyday inhabitants of Patriot City by clicking on them. They may have interesting things to say.
I've been hearing rumors of people with incredible powers.
Dodging me, eh?
Say victory!
What, say hello to the Bat Guy? Oh, we can't say that. That's DC.
The streets ain't safe no more.
Well spotted. So, can I get over there, or do I have to go through the gate? I might have to smash through the gate. Can I jump over it? No, I have to go through the gate.
Victory! Patriot City!
Yes. Never mind.
You can wield some objects as weapons. Try using a traffic light as a club.
No, actually, no, there's a driver in that. Yeah, so you use this as a club. I hope they weren't using this.
Left click to swing, or select smackdown on the command menu.
Smack down. I think we'll just swing. So we just go. Ooh.
One more. I'll squeal.
Uh-oh. I don't want to get hit by a car. So that one broke. Uh-oh, he's just been run over by a taxi. Let's talk to this fellow.
All right. Vinny's down at the cafe. He'll know where O'Connor is.
I'll go and bother Vinny.